Hari Om, Sarve Janah Sukhino Bhavantu. So I shall continue in English. Part 25, Vishnu Sahasranamam, word by word meaning. So I'll give 3 verses only today. So I'll first chant the verse. Shulabaha Suvritaha Siddhaha Shatrujit Shatrutapanah Nyagradho Adumbaro Ashwatah Chanur Andhra Nishudanaha. So let us see, I'm breaking the verse to Sandhi. Sulabah. Here they say Bhagavan is also available easily. Labdhavan. We can get him easily. We got him easily. Labhyate, labhathe. So Shulabha, easy. Shulabha means normally in every language, Shulab and all they say easy. So easily we obtained him. Shulabha, Suvrataha. He is a person who does the vrta. No, vrta means you can say upavasa or bhakti. Lots of Indians we do vrta on certain days, in Fridays and all, upavas and all. So vrta is a form of worship when you are deeply involved or engaged in a bhakti, either by dhyana or by upavasa or by puja, something like a tyaga. Suvrataha, siddhaha, achievement, all being achieved by him. He is a siddha purusha. It means he has emancipated, or we can say he has achieved. Siddhaha. Siddhaha, Shatrujit. So he always victor over Shatrus, enemies. Shatrujit. Then he is also a Shatru Tapanaha. His Tapana means heat. Shatrujit, Shatru Tapanaha. Tapanaha means heat. So he gives heat to the enemies, Shatru. That's the artha. That means he never allows Shatrus to develop. Nyagraha, he will catch them and subjugate them. Tapanaha. Tapam means heat. That's all in Sanskrit. Okay, he's a heater. Tapanaha, a noun format, heater of Shatrus. So you can understand. That's how the Vedic way, the Kavya, they say. So Shatru Tapanaha. So that is there. Nyagradho. Nyagradho Udumbaro. Udumbaro Ashwataha. Chanuraha. I'm splitting. Andiraha Nishudhanaha. Now I have to give a clear explanation here. Nyagraha means I told you subjugation. Like Shatru Tapanaha heat, he will subjugate the enemies. Nyagraha Adaha. Now here, Nyagradho. Nyagraha I told you subjugation, but Nyagraha plus Adaha. Adaha means beneath, down, Adaha. Urdhvaya namaha, adharaya namaha, we say. Adaha, that means, now let us see the next word. Udambaraha. Udambara means, Udambara is a bunch of these fig trees, We call them Ashwataha. We call them lots of fig trees. We have a special name. Ashwat tree, they say. So they have bunches, clusters of figs. Nicely, those fig trees. Udumbaraha, Ashwataha, and Cha and Chanuraha. Now, he controls all the clusters, the bunches, and the roots growing beneath the surface. Adaha. He subjugates them. You may think Ashwataha tree is a very big tree, but he has the control to subjugate Nigraha. That's what they put the word Nigraha. Nigradho, dho. So Nigraha plus Adaha. Down growing roots. In the Gadopanishad and all you will find. Gadopanishad, Bhagavad Gita and all about the Ashwat Vriksha tree. It's a very famous, it has been worshipped by many holy, in India, it's a holy tree. Ashwatthama also we say. It's a firm tree with deep roots. He can subjugate that also. He also helps them to grow. He can subjugate. That means Adaha, whatever is growing in underneath, deep also, he can subjugate. Like your Ashwatha tree. Udumbara, the clusters, no? The tree, fig tree, where you get the Udumbara, is a particular name for the cluster and of the Ashwatha tree. They call Ashwatha as a fig tree, or the people, we have all these names. Adambaraha, Ashwataha, Chanuraha. Now here there are some Chanura, Andraha. See, Andraha they say is a wrestler. But I am not taking that meaning. Chanurha was a wrestler, Malyuddha warrior. He was a wrestler whom Krishna Paramatma defeated him in a battle. Chanura. Cha Anuhu. He is also every Anuhu. But Andhra in every place. Andhra is a place. Even in Vedic times, just like the Andhra Pradesh you have today in India, in South India, Andhra is a region's name. Andhra, there is a chief of a king. Is also called Chanuraha. The king of a particular Andhra. And actually Chanuraha came from Andhra. So you can take like this. Andhra, the Chanuraha who comes from Andhra, a wrestler whom Bhagavan defeated, Nishodhana. Nishodhana means destroying, killing. So Bhagavan dismissed the evil wrestler. That is the Artha. Chanurandra Nishudana. So Nishudana is destroying. Next verse. Very beautiful physics words. Sahasrarchihir Sapta Jihvaha Saptaidaha Saptavahana. It's beautiful words. I'll come to that. Amurti Anagah. Amurti Anagha Achintyo. Achintyo Bhayakrit Bhaya Nashana. Everywhere they have the, I told you, the coin has two sides, heads and tails. It has to have. So what is the meaning? Sahasra Archihi. Archishmanas Chidakumbo Visi. Archi means flame. Sahasra means 1,000. That means so many flames you see, in the sky. Lights and flames, effulgence. Sahasrarchihi, it will be there. For students, it is called Sa Varna Dirga Sandhi. A plus A becomes A, or A plus A also A. A plus A. So Sahasra Archihi, Sahasrarchihi. Okay. Sa Varna Dirga Sandhi. In Sandhi we call. So Sahasrarchihir Sapta Jihva. 7 Sapta Jihva. Tongue. Jihva, tongue. But that's the 7 flames. I am coming to the physics also. Sapta Jihva. Saptaidaha. Sapta Edaha. Edaha is also splendor flames. Edaha means flames. The abode of the flames. Flames. Daha, Saptadaha is different from Sapta Edaha. Sapta Edaha is a flame. Saptadaha is the abode. So Sapta plus Edaha, Saptaidaha. It will come in conjoinments, in Sandhi. Saptaidaha Saptavahana. 7 vehicles. Now I'll come to the physics. What does it mean? Sahasra Archihi, 1,000 flames. Sapta Jihva, 7 tongues, the flames, the spectrum of rays. That's what they're saying. 7. What are the spectrum of rays? The gamma rays, the X-rays, the ultraviolet rays, the visible light, the infrared rays, the microwaves, and the radio waves. Radio waves has the longest length and gamma rays has the shortest length, but high frequency gamma rays. Very hot. Sapta Jihva, they have the 7. The spectrum only. Why they didn't use the word Ashta Jihva or Dasha Jihva? They are using, the Bhishma is praising Bhagavan for Chadurmurti, Chadurbahu and all we saw, or 4. Their standard model, exactly, tallies. Einstein standard model, I have told you. Saptaidha, again the flame, the splendor, Sapta Jihva and all Sapta only. And Sapta Vahana, you can see Surya Bhagavan riding 7 horses means 7 rays, different rays in the spectrum of light. That's all. Simple. They have never said the Dasha Jihva, Dasha Daha or Dasha Vahana. No, Sapta Vahana is an indication. The horse means it's for a common man to understand. that the spectrum of rays is 7. It travels on 7 lengths. Different frequencies. That's what Sapta, like horse. All 7 horses are, but it's been controlled by the Paramatma. Otherwise, it's different. Because you can see, your eyesight can trap between 50 or 60 hertz. Hertz means number of ups and downs in a particular second. You count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Ups you count or downs you count. Speed. So length of the rays, your eyes can trap from 380 nanometers to 700 nanometers. Outside that length you can't. Nanometer is a billionth of a meter. You can't. Meter is okay, fine. But if you cut it into billion parts and all, you can't see that. But multiply it by 380 times to that. In that this thing you can trap or see a figure. That's normally the visible light what we see people. But beyond that range, left and right, you can't see. Your eyes cannot trap. So Saptaida Saptavahanaha Amurti. He is not Murti also. He is not an idol also. He is Amurti he also. Anagaha. Agagha, Anagaha means, generally they say sinless, meticulous, absolutely pure. You see, it is the word Anagaha refers to Gaha, that means death or Pashugnaha and all they will say, killing the killer of the animal. So, Anagaha here means he is a sinless, means here he means he doesn't suffer any injury. He is spotless, meticulous, blemishless. You cannot injure him in any battle. So, Anagaha, that's what the particular Anagaha is used. So, Amurti, Anago, Achintya. All see, Anagaha is again a Haladi Pratyaya for Ga. That's why the opposite meaning will come. You have the meaning and the opposite. If you put A for all the consonants, that's called Vyanjananis. Kaka, Chacha, Tata, Tata and all. Aghanaha, Yara, Lava. If you put all this A before, it gives the opposite meaning. And Achintyaha, Chintanam, Achintyam. Again A. Chintana means generally thoughts. Deep thoughts. It can also refer to negative thoughts, your worries and all. Chintamastu, don't think about it too much, we say. Achintyaha, he is thoughtless also. You don't think he has thoughts. See how beautiful the philosophy they are explaining. God cannot have thoughts like a human being. That is one of, but he is thoughtful and thoughtless also. You cannot have the human thoughts. That means you become a human. If I know God, I become a God. There's a common Western philosopher say, may be correct. So, Achintyaha. So, he cannot have thoughts like you and me. If he has thoughts like you and me, then he becomes a human. That is what Mandukya Rishi says. So, immortal, Martyatam, Amrutam, Vrajet. So, the Amrutam, Vrajet goes to Martyatam, becomes the immortal. Amrutam means immortal. So, that's okay. That's a different thing. Amurti Achintyo, Bhayakrit, Bhayanashanaha. He is a creator of Bhaya. And he is also destroyer of Bhaya. Bhayakrit, Bhayana. So, if heads is there, there has to be tails. I told you, if light is there, darkness has to be there. If truth is there, untruth has to be there. Heads and tails has to be there. Okay. Bhayakrit, Bhayanashanaha. Then the next verse. Anur Brihat Krishaha. Anur Brihat Krishaha. Sthulaha. Gunabhrit Nirguno Mahan. Dhritaha. Swadhritaha. Swasya. Prak Vamsho. Vamsha Vardanaha. Now, what is meant by Anuhu? You have to split it. Anuhu. So, Anuhu Brihat Krishaha. Anur Brihat Krishastulo. Like that it will come. Anur Brihat Krishastulo Gunabhrit Nirguno Mahan. That is the chanting. But we have to understand the meaning. So, Anuhu is atom. Brihat is biggest. Krishaha is thinnest. Thin fellow is a Krishaha Vyaktihi. So, he is the biggest in the thinnest and he is the biggest in an Anu, atom. Anur Brihat Krishaha, Stulaha, fat. For Stula also he is the biggest. See, the Brihat is for applicable for the Anuhu, Krishaha, Krishah Admi, Stula Admi, Anar Brihat Krishastulo Guna Brin Nirguno Mahan. So Guna, Brit you have to take. Anunasika Sandhi, the Da becomes Na. So Guna Brin. So Guna, Brit. Brit means I told you wearing. Guna Brin Nirguna. So he wears the Brit. Guna hai, character. Nirguna hai, no character. He is a Mahan. Everywhere, if they say Bhagavan, you cannot say he is only in the heaven. He is Vishnu in all Anu, atoms, Vish, existence, Anu, atom. One who is existing in all atoms. That is the beauty of the Indian Hindu philosophy. Who created the devil? If Bhagavan has not created, then devil is created of its own, then devil becomes the equivalent creator like a Bhagavan. Except it's negative. So Gunapran Nirguno Mahan. That's what they're beautiful. We'll see more of this in the Vishnu Sahasranama when it comes. Gunapran Nirguno Mahan. Adritaha. Dritaha, I told you, is wearing, supporting. Adritaha is not wearing. That's artha. A is a haladi pratyaha in Vyanjanani, opposite meaning. Dritaha wearing, a not wearing. Dritaha, Swadritaha is also supporting himself. Swadritaha is also wearing himself. See the beauty. If he wears something else and he becomes different from that something else, he cannot be. He is everywhere. He is in that something else also. So Swadhrita also. He is wearing himself also. Is it not? Advaita philosophy. Swadhritaha swasya. Swa plus asya. I told you. This is sa varna dirgha sandhi. Savarna dirgha sandhi. Like swa plus asya. Swasya it will become. Asya comes from idam shabdah. Ayam imo ime. Imam imo iman. Anena abhyam ebihi. Asmai abhyam ebyah. Asmat abhyam ebyah. Asya. Anayoho. Yesham. Asmin anayoho. Like that it comes. See, it's all Sanskrita. Shashti vibhakti. Asya. Of this is artha. Swa asya. So swasya. You don't say this. When you say of this, he is the swam. Of this also he is there. He is the swa. Swasya. Then what is the next word we will say? Prak vamshaha vamshavardhanaha. Prak means earlier, before. Prachina kale prak. Generally in Sanskrit we say prak means before. Earlier vamshaha, the generations. Vamsha Vardhanaha. He not only comes from the earliest of the earliest verses, generations, before Ramayana, before Rigveda, all these Vamsha. Bhagavan. Prak Vamshaha Vamsha Vardhanaha. And Vamsha, all Vamshas, he is the Vardhanaha. Vamsha Vardhanaha. So with this I am ending today's this thing. The more of it I shall continue till such time. Bhuyat Tavat Shubhamangalam Arihi Om. Please subscribe to my channel for the continuity.